Suicide Boys built their legacy on raw, unfiltered pain. Music born out of depression, addiction, and the reality of feeling hopeless. But once the artists became sober, the fan base changed, and not in a good way. This isn't about liking a different era of their music. There's a different message being displayed than what Suicide Boys originally stood for. Their message of vulnerability and recovery is now being overshadowed by fans who glorify trauma, idolize addiction, and assume a dark persona by choice. So let's get into it. When Scrim and Ruby first came on the scene, their message was painfully clear. We're either making it out alive or we're dying trying. They had a suicide pact if their music didn't take off by age 30. Their early tracks were not an invitation to worship self-destruction, they were a cry for help, and a bit of hope for others suffering in silence. The creation of this fanbase provided hundreds of people a place to go to talk about their struggles and relate to others without the fear of judgment.
And if we didn't make anything crack off by then, we were going to kill ourselves. We cut our hands and shook our hands and made a blood oath that that's what we're going to do.
Now a portion of the fan base has turned that message into an edgy aesthetic. TikToks with captions like "Suicide Boys were better in 2015" or "Artists are better when they aren't sober" aren't honoring the struggle, they're misunderstanding it. What used to be about relating to the pain has become about replicating the chaos of addiction to be cool. Let's talk about how fan communities carry themselves, because lately, something's been off. Being a part of a fan base isn't just about liking their music. It's about how we interact with each other and the message being portrayed. And right now, that sense of mutual respect and understanding is lacking. We're seeing gatekeeping, bullying, people mocking new fans, or attacking those who say, hey, maybe glorifying addiction and self-destruction isn't the point here. How do you claim to support artists who are healing, but get mad when they grow? That's not being a fan, that's being selfish. It's almost ironic. The same fans who post lyrics about depression and pain are the ones ignoring that both Scrim and Ruby have embraced sobriety. They're not stuck in 2015. Yet some fans treat that evolution like a betrayal. They say the new stuff isn't dark enough, or they aren't real anymore. But what's realer than fighting your demons and winning?
It was like, dude? I don't know, dude. I don't know what the fuck was that. Dude? I'm fucking sober. That's not good. I'm fucking sober. I ain't doing this.
There's a difference between relating to the darkness and glorifying it. Their early tracks gave fans a space to say, I feel this too. But if you turn that into an aesthetic and only idolize the suffering, you're not just disrespecting the artists, you're endangering other fans. Because what happens when a kid stumbles across the fan base and all they see is addiction being romanticized? That's not a community, that's setting them up for failure. Here's the truth. Every fan has its toxic side, but the way we choose to act can turn things around. We can welcome new fans without gatekeeping, we can celebrate Suicide Boys' growth instead of resenting it, and most of all, we can keep the focus on what the music was always about, not giving up. If the artists themselves can climb out of that darkness, shouldn't we as fans support that too?
Please, 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 do not ever give up. Don't ever, 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 ever give up. And if you're struggling right now to find the ability to do that for yourself, please, I'm asking you, if you can't do it for yourself, do it for me and Ruby, please.